Hey yo folks, Automatic here, Automatic Games. Second stream tonight, so I don't know that this will be a super long one. Of course I said that the last time I played Deadlock. So we'll see. And that was earlier this evening or afternoon. Let me reacclimate myself and by proxy you on what is going on here. By the way, I hope this stream finds you well. I'm doing good, if I hadn't already said that. Stream's not intended for 13 or younger. Discord and PayPal are in the description. So here's a problem. Is this Leonis? Yes. So would I call that the fleet group Leonis? They were protecting that planet, but they jumped away. As you can see, 2 Cylon fleets jumped in. We'd like to put them back over Leonis. In the meantime, we're going to group up. Let's see where we last left off. Colonial Fleet. Whichever, that's 133. That's not right. So, Colonial Fleet 73, which is Fleet Group Python. They rescued a, oh hell, I don't know what it was, a freighter. And in the process, they lost one of their carriers. We can't have that, so we've brought out 2 additional carriers that were initially intended to meet up with 77 over here. Fleet Group Tauron. So we'll do that. We'll get these situated. Transfer them both, really. And so what does that do to Fleet Group 73? It gives them 7 ships. The flagship is the Kevishe. Two light carriers in support, and rounded out by corvettes. All with a modicum of experience, except for the 2 new ships. So that's fine. They need to jump back to Python, but unfortunately, Python has Cylons in its orbit as well. However, there is another opportunity for a mission over here. Problem with getting to that mission is there's a Cylon fleet in orbit of Zeus as well. So for now, I think these fleets wait. All of them. I will see if we have any outstanding ships. No. And are we producing any? Yes. So we'll just go with that.
Cylon strike group has been detected.
Alright. 29% chance of casualties, so that gets rid of the auto-resolve response. Instead, we either emergency jump or proceed into battle. They outfleet us. Hey, Rob. Hope your back's feeling okay. Speaking of backs, and welcome back, by the way. So, I feel like, where else is he gonna jump, right? There's Cylon fleets. I mean, it's a gamble. He makes an emergency jump. He might end up in the face of another Cylon fleet, and I've had that happen. And it's kind of like, well, you could jump last time, but you can't jump this time. You just jumped into an ambush. And so, I'm going to proceed, and if I have to jump, I'll jump after making that decision in battle. Which, after all, might be cheaper, and I'm not positive about that. I'll tell you what, if I lose a ship or 2, it actually will be cheaper. It's a bad way to think of things, but be less fuel. Ah, the Galactica. The situation that's developing at that large gas giant they call Zeus is it's another freighter distress call. So in a way, I think Fleet Group Pycon could go back. You know, it's almost like a redemption thing. I don't know. Or maybe that's what they're supposedly getting good at, even though they lost the Montpelier, I think, light carrier. Okay, let's first get a bead on the enemy Dratus contacts. 7 of them. Interesting. Play the long game, so putting the flagship there. Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll keep Raptors, I think. I might come back to that. Because it's not necessary. On this, we'll switch out for Viper Mark IIs, of course. Now that we've got those in. Does he only have 1 Berserk carrier? He's an underpowered fleet. Okay. You know what? Scratch the Raptors. We'll need 2 squadrons of Vipers. Boy, I misjudged that. Okay, but we play the hand we're dealt, and we are going to choose to play. Colonel Malley. This guy's a colonel. He's not a lieutenant colonel, like so many of the others. That's neither here nor there, but I feel like, you know, might as well make him somewhat of a fighter. We'll do that. Fighter, A69 to Battlestar, A69 to Battlestar. I got Cylons on the skin and permission to soil drawers and fire them at the enemy. Over. Permission hereby granted. This is auto actual. Permission granted. Grayson, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're having a nice weekend so far. Alright, we'll order our Corvettes to climb. They do better from up top.
Understood.
But I've kind of learned some lesson. You don't want to send them so high that when you want to be able to get below the enemy, it's impossible. For instance, if they do a lot of damage to your belly, you don't want to be high anymore.
So say we all. Understood. So say we all.
All turn to the starboard. And we'll go ahead and launch Vipers. They're going to have to be our recon too. Here goes. Okay, 2 of them are coming right at us. The rest are kind of sticking together. Keep climbing and don't speed up. That way, we're within range of our 2 capital ships. Feels strange calling a light carrier a capital ship, but hey, it's as big as the frigate. We'll form this into a squadron, and we'll go find out if these are fighter killers. Horrible way to find out, but go ahead and engage that.
Target is confirmed.
Thank you, Rob. Much appreciated. Just getting older. I guess we're all heading the same direction. We're just at different mile markers. And for that matter, there's a Smoky at 65. Mile marker 65, so keep your eyes open. Had a good day, visited parents, and had a nice grill out at their gazebo. Nice. Can't beat ribs and beer with watermelon finisher on a hot summer day. You are not wrong, sir. That sounds like a fine day. 3 fighter squadrons inbound. So, we'll order our cap to go after them. It's not exactly the reconnaissance I wanted, but you know what? We'll just have the corvettes commit to recon. So thrusters on, full speed ahead, and just get right up there and engage. This is not my favorite way to engage, and it might be foolish considering we're what I would call not a full fleet. Or one of our fleets, but not at full strength. I think you guys should speed up too. It's not going to be nearly as fast as the corvettes, but the sooner they can get their guns over there to support them, I think the better. And this guy is somehow I didn't give that guy orders. We'll bring him up on charges later. Right now, we just need him to do his job. Incoming. Ouch.
Fighter squadron is taking fire.
Alright. First need to address the situation with the what would it be? Podgorica? The Podgorica, is it? They're gonna kill thrusters.
All hands on deck!
Get emergency standby crews ready. Because they're about to take a hit. And these guys need to keep climbing. There's no avoiding that ordnance. There we go. I did not even see him. Look at that. Oh, now that's what fired those missiles. And we'll find out what this is, but we're going to change some things. Switch posture to
action
aggressive.
Stations ready.
Fire missiles at that. Same deal with this one. The Perseus. Ah, that's another old one. So first there was the Lancer from another fleet, and the second Corvette we fielded was the Perseus, and here it is. I feel like I'm setting it up for death by announcing that, but you fired missiles at
on their
them.
way.
And you just hold your missiles. Take this hit. That's what you gotta do.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir. As with the fighters, okay, they're mixing it up. That's about it. That's all the news there. There's a dogfight in progress.
IFF confirms unit is hostile. Missiles incoming!
Oh, hell, they hit their own ship.
Manticore is taking damage.
Wow. Bunch of enemy torpedoes hit their own ship. That thing's still in the fight, though, so we gotta... we'll open up with the main ships. Only shitty thing is, at this point, we have committed to the battle. We've absolutely committed. I'm not saying we can't still withdraw, but... just saying their fleet's on us. So we're getting all turrets on that. This Corvette better stay in defense posture and just keep on trucking, I guess. Get these two to turn, and they'll orient their rear-facing guns toward that. I suppose I should take a look at the other identified ships. So they have a lot of these Nemesis destroyers or corvettes, I don't know. And they have missiles, and so that ain't good. And then I know they have a few light carriers. I see one of them, but they have a few, for sure. Alright, here goes.
Manticore is taking damage.
Thing's gotta be in bad shape, yep. Ooh, these two ships are really getting into a bunch of fire if they keep heading that way. I'm almost tempted to come about, which means
Yes,
we'll
Commander.
dive a little bit because our rear guns are on top. And this one hasn't fired any missiles yet. That's right, because it got hit and it was in defensive mode. So it
So say
too
we
will
all.
dive, but it'll go offensive and
Firing solutions updated.
let loose a salvo of missiles. A barrage, I suppose. Okay. Let's see what's what. I think I'll look at the Nemesis, knowing that it should go.
Manticore is taking damage.
Okay, so here the idea is going to be that these Manticores speed up and continue to dive to keep their rear guns on the enemy. The enemy does seem to be pursuing, right? So they'll fly right over these two capital ships, and hopefully combined that's enough. And of course they'll be able to let loose missiles again here soon.
Yes, sir.
Now this one's actually in quite a vulnerable position, so I'm gonna do something different with him. Speed the hell up. This is not a necessary objective, right? I mean, we're defending ourselves, and so truly the idea is just surviving, not necessarily destroying this fleet. But destroying the fleet would not be bad. And that is not good. At the very least, he can drop his thrusters and go back into a defensive posture, but truly what he should do is kind of like skid out, if that makes any sense. He needs to really get his side turned to those missiles. Like, if he did something like that, it makes me wonder what his port side looks like. His left is in good shape, so that's not bad. To just pull one of those and hope that some of those missiles catch his side instead of his thrusters. These guys can actually slow down. Try to present, like, taste your targets, I suppose.
So say we all.
And finally, something that I foolishly neglected was missiles from the flagship. And so we'll try to take that out. We'll also focus our turrets on that. Same to be said for the carrier. Are we both in? Yep, we're both at condition 1. Yeah, still a lot of Cylon ships. And our fighters are just back there doing I don't know what, but I feel like they should be ganging up on the same targets. So I'll put them both on this. Try to get them to act a little more in concert without actually forming them into a squadron.
Manticore is taking damage.
That was bad.
Missiles incoming.
He's in horrible shape. I mean, really just run, is it? And I will... Hell, yeah. He's got a recall
Recalling
anyways.
squadron.
We're recalling both squadrons. Briefly. He's in good shape. He's in good shape. Capital ships are both fine. That's a plus. Obviously. Because I'm considering a full retreat based on one Corvette, and I don't think I ought to do that. I want to save him. I almost want him to jump, but then I'm like, no, I'd rather him jump with the rest of the fleet. You know what? He'll begin jump procedure, so at least spool up his FTL drives. It would take 2 turns, so I can cancel it if I have to. Oh, we got missiles coming in towards the Epimetheus? Epimetheus has got to be what that is, right? And the Perseus is in good shape and can fire guided missiles, so do that.
Missile
Yeah.
tubes prepped.
Same with you. The closest destroyer. Yep. Still in bad shape. Those thrusters again. Phew. Yeah, he's in terrible shape, so begin repairing navigations, I guess.
Yes, sir.
And you other 2 Corvettes, protect your wounded brethren. Capital ships, I guess slow
So
down
say
and
we all.
angle a little bit.
Understood.
Squadrons are both alive and heading back to their respective carriers, where they'll get a quick, whatever, it's gonna be a pit stop. Whoops, I forgot about him and he's out. That's fine.
Yes,
He was a
Commander.
liability anyways. Focus on that, I guess. You as well. Pretty much gonna put every gun on that closest ship, the carrier. Maybe except for our carrier. He'll fire at fighters. Because we've gotten to that point now that their fighters are closing in on our main ships. Here goes.
Manticore is taking damage.
Yes, it is. And there's a lot of missiles coming in toward it. Have them turn away. Have them go into defensive.
All hands on deck.
Huh.
So say we all.
Everyone says, huh? Okay. More missiles available. Let's definitely use them on that. We gotta take out their missile capabilities.
Manticore is taking damage.
Not good. Wow. That's the Percy's. Okay. Right and rear, so it can show its left, its front, its top. Spin around
Understood.
toward them. Start firing up your FTL drives. That's all I can do for her, I think. She's in a defensive posture. She can fire a couple missiles, but that's going to be it from that posture anyways. This one's way back here, but but it has to go too, because it's firing missiles as well. And our capital ships honestly just need to
On
get
it, Commander.
closer at this point.
Manticore is taking damage.
Whew. That turn did it, even though she's facing the enemy. That saved her. Her bottom's got armor. Her left still has a little bit. And her front does. So really, she just kind of got to dive and face them. And she might be able to pull off this jump. Unless this Nemesis rams her. He's awful close. Yeah, this one's in such bad shape. We just need to take it out because there'll be less ordnance being fired at us at one time. I think we can... we ought not relaunch the fighters yet. If we wait another round, they'll be better off. And that's because they're resupplying the fighters.
Manticore is taking damage.
Okay, that was theirs. Percy's just jumped away. Capital ships are in it now.
Yes, sir.
Actually, flagship's in great shape. The Aniket, the support carrier, not so much. It can take a little more, but it is almost time to start thinking about spooling up its FDLs. In the end, everyone might end up jumping away. I'm not sure. This Corvette needs to come about like that. Climbing would be... No, you can't come about into the guns of those things. Go like this. Try to get our left side facing them. Maybe go into a defensive posture, I suppose. Make sure their guns are fixed on the same target. We have no missiles that can be fired. Here goes.
Manticore Manticore is taking damage.
Whew. They are trying to pick off the weak one. Let's see. If it hits us on the right, I think we're okay. Yeah, no, we're not. No, we're not. Not okay at all. No. They're all going to hit on the right then. But the rear is no better. I don't know. I think climbing is the answer. Is he preparing to jump away? He is not. Should he be? Yes. Okay, the Epimetheus is getting ready to jump. How's your top armor? Good, so speed up under these pricks and light them up. That'd be great. Fucking go ahead and launch those fighters again. I don't care if they're not filled up. They're damn close. We need to take this out once and for all. So here goes. Would the Epimetheus be able to jump away?
Manticore is taking damage.
Oh, probably not.
Berserk is taking damage.
No way.
Down.
Oh, shit. Okay. We're getting hacked by that destroyer. Destroyer has to be in bad shape. Oh, I don't remember that destroyer being there. Man. I really hate to say it, but this ship needs to really start considering firing up its FTLs and getting the hell out of here. Switch posture to defensive, and we'll begin the process. Flagship will be the last ship out. After all, everybody in the Navy remembers the previous battle out this way where the flagship jumped out. One of the ships it left behind got destroyed. No commander wants to repeat that. And we got fighters out. Can we clean up those enemy fighters? Because I think that squadron is what just destroyed the Epimetheus. At least I won't have to try to pronounce that name anymore. And the other fighter squadron is... where? Oh, okay. Is there another enemy squadron? Just the one, okay. Yeah,
yes,
go
sir.
after that. Things are kind of stabilized aboard the Anuket. That's the support carrier. He is retreating in 2 turns. We might cancel that if things look okay for him in 2 turns. Let's just make sure our focus is on that destroyer that's trying to hack him. And you are focused on him. That's good. And the flagship's still fine. So there's a certain confidence there, at least in regards to that one ship staying behind like this. I hate that a Corvette got destroyed, but I think of how many of them we've destroyed in this conflict, this specific battle, and it works. Interesting. Okay. They have not hacked fire control quite yet. And so we'll keep up the fire on them. And in fact, they're trying to hack the armory. Would do something crazy. Well, no, only if they're close to death. Yes, they are. So it's only going to take a little more, and so we'll switch to condition 1. And just essentially concentrate fire on that guy. The flagship, on the other hand, is going to try to take out this last destroyer. I say last destroyer in the hopes that the other one's about to go too. I don't know that that's the case, but we'll find out. We need turrets on that ship. And missiles will be ready in 1 turn. So let's go. I think we'll... He's retreating at 1 turn. No, you're not. Cancel that. See if you can get through this. Fire. The hell, he's not firing.
Missiles incoming!
He's like... What the hell? Yeah, that one. Please fire. That would be awesome. Okay.
On it, Commander.
Taking some missiles from that destroyer, but the destroyer is, well, he's out of the fight. This is it. This is his last hurrah. So we'll start to come about, and that shouldn't slacken our fire immediately. Other than that, I've really just got to hope that the Nuket gets its guns going. So this is kind of bizarre. There we go. Not good. Real bad. Oh my. We're going to start the process over again, but I don't see it happening. I don't see it in the cards. We're going back to a defensive posture because you'd be insane not to. Oh. It's going to be too little too late, but we'll fire missiles at that destroyer. Hell. Well, Nuke it. It was a pleasure serving with you. Well, he's doing nothing but missing. Wait a minute. This ship is not able to fire at him either. I mean, both are in terrible shape. They're probably out of arc. You know, which one would get into arc first, I don't know, but... Huh, this might do it, honestly.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for that. Wow. Get the hell out of here.
Commander.
Leave your fighters, though. Thanks. You know what? The flagship's gonna try to clean this up. I don't know. I just feel like that's where this is leading. So we actually don't want to climb. We want to be like that. Maybe even lower. Yeah. Go on and nuke it. Thank you. "2v1 here. They are light carriers. We have our left side to them, and we're in good shape on our left side, so we'll hold this course and just keep exchanging broadsides with them, I suppose. We'll have our fighters gang up on the remaining squadron, and then they'll harass these ships as well. What's the name of this ship again? The Rhea. It's all on you. Huh.
Yes, Commander.
Their fighters are done.
Yes,
so now,
sir.
you harass him until he's dead. And we are going to maintain our course. At least one more round, and then I'll go into defensive with the Rhea.
Adamant is taking damage.
Yeah, I know. It's too much. Switch posture to
Brace for
defensive.
impact.
And damn. Start to turn toward them, I suppose. Try to get our right side facing them again.
Adamant is taking damage.
And we do got our right side facing them. Come on, more pressure on that front ship. Shit. Shit, all that damage we did to their starboard side, and now we've lost our angle on that side. Now we're faced with this one. Wait a minute. This one's got no armor on its rear side. It's got a ton of damage back there. So we'll cross like that.
Yes, sir.
and switch our focus to them. Fighters will have to deal with the other one until we can launch a salvo or something.
Adamant is taking damage.
We're in bad shape. Firing missiles at the ship that we've done the most damage to.
On it, Commander.
Begin the jump procedure. And go.
Adamant is taking damage.
Two turns.
So say we all.
Damn. Are the fighters working on this guy? Like, yeah, but it's just not going to be enough. Might lose our capital ship and an officer here. I wish that weren't the case.
Adamant is taking damage. We've lost an Adamant, sir.
He was a colonel. Shit. Damn. That was the Tauron fleet, I think. Fleet Group Taurus. Wow. That sucked. But here we go with the replay. Man. And the Rhea really was... She was dishing it out, but just not quite enough. I shouldn't have lingered.
Set condition 1. I repeat, set condition 1. This is not a drill. Escort priority 1, still online. Not today, Cracker. Not today.
nice. If nothing else, the Rhea covered her fleet. I suppose that's how the story would go. That was the Perseus, whatever. The Eurythmia didn't do as well. Yeah, it did not escape, I don't think. Nope, it did not. The Aniket got out of there, and it's our temporary flagship for this fleet. And that was truly really close. The Aniket was damn close to being destroyed. There it went. And that leaves the Rhea, which wants to exact some kind of revenge. I should have begun the jump procedure now. But we got greedy. If nothing else, the Cylons didn't expect us to fight, you know. Guess I'm saying first Cylon attack, that went pretty poorly on their end as well. This is it. Yeah, she's trying to turn out now. Just not happening. Well, Colonel Malley, I salute you. Wow, so Fleet Group Tauron. I'm going to have to identify and promote a Tauron officer. Identifying one is the part that's certainly not a guarantee.
Fleet Group is ready to jump.
Wow. Let's take a look at the fleet we just left. The Anuket, the Perseus, and the Podgorica. you're nothing, essentially. I would get out of Helios Alpha, attempt to return back to a friendlier system, which sucks, but that's all they can do, I think. There's truly no sense staying in the most contested system. Will they meet ambush at Coculus? I don't know.
I've plotted their jump coordinates, sir.
But to avoid that, we will dispatch the Tauron fleet, and they'll kind of meet them out there at Coculus. Escort them back, I suppose. Where were those Cylons? I think that's a fair question. Let me see. I don't know if I can do this, but let's investigate this fleet. No, wait. Now, where is it? This one. Cylon Fleet 144. Colonel Hardy will go after them. This should be an easy battle, but I feel like it's a necessary one. She wins that, I might send her out to Zeus to do that. After all, we could use the requisition points. So that's where things stand. The Tauron fleet needs to withdraw because its commanding officer is dead and there's nothing left. They'll get an escort from from maybe our strongest fleet. Meanwhile, Fleet Group Pycon will avenge our recent loss. And essentially, I think we're just going after one wounded ship unless it jumps out of there. The last thing I want to do is see if I can find an officer from Tauron, and that's a big negative. Sweet, we wait in terms of an officer. Really? So yeah, they tried to ambush the remains of Fleet Group Tauron. And again, our strongest fleet is there, so good luck with that. In fact, I can auto-resolve wow, no, that one I actually want to play. We need to find the ship that destroyed the Rhea. We can't have that, you know? And we will execute them with extreme prejudice. That would be the marching orders, I think, here. If we had a nuke, but I suppose if we were allowed to use nukes yet. There's a treaty, see? Cylons are still holding on to that human programming, so they believe that you're not supposed to use nukes. Unless your opponent does. It's kind of nice, but they are getting smarter. Where exactly is this ship? There it is behind us, okay. You know how I want to do this? We'll move the fleet way up here. kind of my normal setup where I've got the support carriers on either flank. And then the Corvettes kind of create their own echelon. In terms of those carriers, they'll be carrying, yeah, they got Viper Mark IIs already. Good deal. You know what? Yeah, actually, let's switch this out for another Raptor squad. And finally, let's move these guys into forward position instead of way back there. I wish I could move them faster. They almost move that fast in game. Okay. That will definitely work.
Prepared to jump in 3, 2, 1.
Surprise, shitface. Alright. Launch everything.
Yes, Commander. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Slow down the Corvettes. We'll have them turn to port and stagger so they can fire without hitting each other.
Yes, Commander.
Create kind of a stare with them. Of course, if our enemy's below us, then I have the stare angling the opposite than I should. Yeah, and that's the case. So, we'll redo this real quick. You go high. You go not quite as high.
On it, Commander.
There. And there. It almost doesn't matter if it's in good shape yet, because we're not going to be able to fire yet. We need to get an ID on it, strangely, even though we know exactly what it is.
Gotcha. On me.
First thing we're going to do is form our Raptors into their own squadron. We'll call them Green Squadron. Second thing is we will order Green Squadron to essentially do a bombing run on this thing.
Squadron target is confirmed.
They will be supported by a fighter squadron. And there's no running. We're all turning to port, I think. If he wants to come at us, then the Cylons need their AI checked. Alright, he's launching fighters. We'll engage those. And I think everybody else should be in good shape. Maybe we'll continue to turn to port, just to make sure this asteroid isn't between us and or this space route.
Yes, Commander. So say we all. Yes, Commander.
Time to make a bunch of mama toasters cry.
Okay, the attack is incoming. Our attack is anyways. That isn't good. You're gonna want to dodge that.
On it, Commander.
Can we go ahead and fire? I honestly don't know if this ship can.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to take unnecessary risk. He can fire, but
Missile tubes prepped.
I'm not going to have that one furthest off to the right fire for fear of hitting our own ships. I do believe our flagship can fire too. We'll put him on offensive
Firing solutions
posture.
updated.
I could have done that with the corvettes, but I didn't. Oh well. I don't see any collision warnings. Furthest ship out can get a little bit closer now, I think. Or at least establish some kind of position to fire ordnance, so he'll shoot out ahead. They're actually trying to shoot down those missiles, it appears. And these guys will make a scene. We will go ahead and recall Green
Recalling
Squadron.
squadron.
We'll keep him on the attack, since this guy's actually heading towards our fleet. I don't know if that will accomplish anything.
Understood.
And this ship will go ahead and fire the Seeker, or Seeker, I get. Oh no, it's Seeker. And we'll see how things go for this ship. Only one of those Raptor squadrons recalled. Half of them didn't. Any collision warnings? No. So that means we're good to go.
Fighter squadron is taking fire.
Good. We knew it wouldn't be much of a fight, but revenge is ours, anyways.
Squadron, on me. Time to make a bunch of mama toasters cry.
I hate my wife. Time to clean up and go home.
That's, yeah.
That's for the Rhea and Colonel Malley. So yeah, now the fleet that just did that, that's Fleet Group Icon. I think, okay, that's right, the escort of the defeated fleet. This I don't necessarily need to play out. I'll auto-resolve it because we're going to trounce this first fleet. Unfortunately, after that, the remnants of Fleet Group Taurus are going to have to jump away. Because there's actually 3 Cylon fleets here, and they want to fight us in order. So we'll auto-resolve this. Because you can't lose.
Escort group is under attack.
Now, as for them, yeah, they need to jump away, I believe. Yep. That's just too high risk. Whether the question is, are they going to jump into Helios Gamma? That is the one to the left. Friendly area. Or are they going to jump back into the war zone? Suppose we'll find out. And they jump back into the war zone.
New Berserk has been deployed.
Well, super. They could go back to their old station. I mean, they're gonna have to jump away at the first sign of a Cylon fleet, but they can go there. And that would be Tauron. After all, they are Fleet Group Tauron. Finder A69 to Battlestar, A69 to Battlestar. We have a situation. The enemy has hacked my screens and sending images of Cylon 6 Caprica and lingerie. Emergency. How do I record this? When you do, please forward a copy to headquarters immediately. This could be sensitive information. Oh, well, so I've got a little housekeeping to do. Fleet 91 is not... Well, it doesn't have an officer either. Anyhow, we're putting it together. It needs one more carrier. I think we have that now. So yeah, transfer... Fleet Group 91. We gotta get a commander for that group. I need to figure out what planets do not have fleets representing them. This 91's really ready to go. 86 is as well, I think. It's got 2 carriers, 3 corvettes. Where's the officer from? Vergon. Barstow is her name. Lieutenant Colonel Barstow. She has a fleet that's bound for Vergon. So we'll get a second fleet up there in Helios Beta, which is the top right. Yeah, let's get her to take her first jump. See if her frigate works. Fleet Group 91. Well, okay, so we know we have somebody from Vergon and Leonis. Those are the planets up here. For down here, Helios Gamma. Let's go to our planets. Close Helios Alpha, bring up Helios Gamma. We got Libron, Sagittarion. So Libron has a fleet. Sagittarion does have a fleet, it's just out right now. And Scorpia has a fleet, so that's taken care of. Helios Delta. Erlon has a fleet. Aquaria has a fleet, and Canceron has a fleet, so they're taken care of. Helios Beta, Leonis. Should have a fleet. And we're just sending out the Virgon fleet, so... Yeah, Leonis does have a fleet. They just jumped away because they were scared of Cylons. So that leaves Helios Alpha. Caprica does not have a fleet. Gemidon does not have a fleet. Tauron does not have a fleet. So that's who we're missing. Tauron, Gemidon, and Caprica. Okay, so back to officers. This one's from Leonis, Libern. So no. So we wait on that. We are sending out a fleet. The Sagittarian fleet can go back to Sagittarius. Or rather, Sagittarian. My bad. Sagittarius. Who's ever heard of that? Let's see about building ships. Nothing is being built. Well, we will need a new flagship, so let's build one. The Blenheim, eh? Okay. Okay, I can dig it. And I know we need another carrier somewhere. And let's get another support ship out. That'll do for now. Artillery is running low. We've done a lot of retreating. What do you expect? Alright, let's try to turn that around. We're going to turn to Fleet Group Pycon. They're going to jump to Zeus. And they're going to attempt to help out that, the freighter that sent out a distress call. They did something similar earlier, and, it didn't go great. We lost a light carrier in the action.
Cylon's strike group has been detected.
Oh shit, they jump out.
A fortified colony
Cylon
is under
group
attack.
jumps in. And that the Nuket and the other ships, what remains of Fleet Group Tauron, is getting attacked. Again. And it's like they almost have to jump away. That'll take up all of Artillery. Or damn near. Oh, for those three ships to stick around and fight is folly. I mean... I just don't see how that could work. Emergency jump. 270s. I can't do that because we're being attacked at Aquarius as well. And so will we have Tillium enough to jump away from there if that's too much? This is not, I mean, this is just bad. We're gonna proceed. It's insane. It's not a very big Cylon fleet, but watch it. It'll be all Serastase gunships, which are... They have a tendency to spam those every now and then, and when they do, you find yourself under a lot of fire. And if combined, then they're flagship killers. Not that this fleet has a real flagship. I guess it kind of does, with the Anuket, but that thing's a light carrier. 4 enemy ships. We are going to actually send Raptors. We're going to have Raptors instead of Vipers. There's a reason for that. The Raptors are going to support the Corvettes, which are going to do most of the heavy lifting here. The Raptors will also more easily identify the enemy. Of course, if they're Sarastay's gunships, those Raptors are toast the minute they see them. And yeah, we use guided ordnance. That's that. Let's do it.
Fleet group is jumping in 3, 2, 1.
Alright, launch those Raptors.
Yes, sir. Yes, Commander. Understood.
Action station. Set condition 1 throughout the ship.
Maybe we try something. Maybe try to board. Just board the lead ship, drop off Marines, and then get back off. Here we go.
Set condition 1, I repeat. Set condition 1, this is not a drill.
Gotta keep climbing. Oh boy.
Hostile unit identified.
They're Nemesis classes. All 4 of them are.
Hostile unit identified.
It's gonna be a lot of missiles. In case you hadn't noticed. Okay. Let's go defensive posture. Everybody defensive.
Brace for
Because they are
impact.
guided, so there's no avoiding them. Are any of those heading toward the Anuket? I don't think they are. So, yeah, the Nuket's gonna get a little closer. And maybe, I don't know what the range is on that. But that's the closest target. Yeah, he might be in range soon. Okay.
Missiles incoming! Manticores taking damage.
Hope that's not the Persis. It sure is.
On it, Commander.
We just lost it. We just absolutely lost the Persis. Yes, I mean, he's going to begin jump procedures,
Yes, sir.
but it's not going to happen. At least I would be shocked if it did. And honestly, the other two ships will probably do the same next round. They have been boarded, so we'll recall them.
Understood. Action stations ready.
They're already in our network. That's secondary battery. Attack mode. Fire at will.
Yes, sir. Yes, Commander.
Ursus is gone. Raptors are almost back aboard the Anuka.
So say we all.
I think we're good. Raptors are aboard. Jump, jump, jump. They were all aimed at that ship. Good deal. The Anuka can't jump. Can't do it. Yeah, okay. Alright. Launch Raptors. Turn our... Shoot. If I widen the gap... Okay, wait a minute. Kill the thrusters. Switch to defensive posture. If I get further away, it doesn't matter. It'll just mean I'll have my guns out of range, and they'll be able to hit me with their next missile salvo. So if it's suicide, we want to hurt them, at least. If I can hit that one, that'd be great, because he's almost dead. We're gonna lose our guns here in a second. We've got 4 of these hacking us, so... It's essentially over already. He's in bad shape, I'll say that much. We are going to also board this ship. More Marines going out, because they're either going to die on our ship or theirs. And what's the difference?
On it, Commander.
I heard their ships are lovely this time of year, especially. Fighter A61 or A69 to Battlestar. A69 to Battlestar. Cylon hack has been quarantined and the recorded spam has been recovered and sent to CO Maddox's personal terminal. Files labeled bills. Nice. Discretion is key. Okay, they're finally working on fire control, so the jig's up. Yep, there go our guns. Well, well, well. Can we fire rockets
Missile
at
tubes
that?
prepped.
Yeah, sure we can. Why not? Yeah, all systems are down except for the CIC, and that's next. Let's begin to
Yes,
repair
sir.
fire control. Sure, yeah.
Fighter squadron is taking fire.
Ouch.
Missiles incoming. Berserk is taking damage.
Well, hey, look at that. They lost the ship. Well, something to be said for that. Okay, I guess begin strafing runs on the next weakest ship.
Yes, sir.
Which is that one. Until your mothership blows up, and then I think Raptors have jump drives anyway, so they can get out of there. Yeah, the repairs just aren't happening. In fact, I think I needed to be doing repair engineering first in order to repair everything else. And I don't think that'll happen either, but it's a thought. It was a pleasure serving with you. We got our Corvettes out of here.
Berserk is taking damage.
Yeah, you think the Berserk's taking damage? We got engineering back up to 1 out of 20. So if we can do that for 20 more rounds.
Berserk is taking damage.
Ah, it's the coup de grace, my friends. The 3 enemy destroyers, their missiles are back. They just loaded up their missiles again. Huh, they chose not to fire them though. No, keep attacking your target.
Berserk is taking damage.
Yeah, engineering's not being repaired. There's just nothing we can do. We're dead. Dead in the water, dead in space. And this destroyer's not going anywhere. I mean, the Raptor's not putting it in. Man, oh man.
Action station. Set condition 1 throughout the ship.
Set condition 1, I repeat. Set condition 1, this is not a drill.
She actually held together a lot longer than I thought she would.
They're in our subsystem, Captain. Network. We've got no reaction from the engine block. Attempting restart.
It's a wounded beast right there. Now, of course, something tells me I can't jump away from Aquarius because I don't have the Tilium for it. So there's another battle that I don't really want to fight. And yet I have to. Man, that sucks. Emergency jump? It'll cost 240 Tilium? Yeah, we have that, don't we? Oh, we don't. Okay. Well, it was worth a try. Oh, man. Okay. They're really playing hell. My fleet's here. And I can't even get all 12 fleets out. Wow. So of course this is Fleet Group Aquarius. They actually have an extra carrier. I believe the Cylon fleet's going to have more bang than we do here. So yeah, we are up against a superior foe. But we have the same amount of ships. So I mean, I guess there's something to be said for that. Okay, we'll start. We'll be turning to starboard first. Forgot to see the commander's name. Doesn't matter, I know which fleet it is anyhow.
On it, Commander. So say we all. Launching fighters.
Yeah, launch all fighters, please. We'll have the corvettes keep moving forward.
All systems are nominal.
Fire control is warmed up and preparing solutions.
Let's get all the fighters aligned into the same squadron. Red Squadron, of course.
Squadron target is confirmed.
And we'll go see if they have any fighter killers.
Fighter squadron is taking fire.
Huh. It's not extraordinary fire coming from these, but I can't really tell yet. I don't want to split up our squadron. Not, well, maybe I do. So out of Red Squadron, we'll create Blue Squadron. And we'll have Blue Squadron break off toward that enemy fighter squadron anyhow. Let's angle our fleet, try to get it into a decent broadside. One where we can kind of support each other. This carrier's out forward, way too forward.
So say we all.
Well, then move it. Okay, here we go.
IFF confirms unit is
Oh,
hostile.
those are Sarastaves. Okay. First things first, we can engage these Sarastaves with our carriers. Can definitely do that.
Action stations ready.
I would submit that we outgun them, especially if it's just the two of them coming.
Understood.
So we'll fix all guns on that lead one. I think we can fire missiles safely. I'm not positive. Yes, we can.
Yes, Commander.
That'll of course be from our flagship. Flagship's name is the Astana, by the way.
All hands on deck.
Now, as for the corvettes, they'll switch into offensive mode and let go missiles on the second Sarastaves. I don't want to divide our fire, but I also don't want to be overkill.
Missiles on their way.
On that lead one. Kind of a no missile
Missiles on their
wasted
way.
idea. Now we have incoming, and I think we're gonna take it. Because I don't know who to put in defense. I have a suspicion that they're heading toward the corvettes. Actually, let's order Red Squadron to defend which corvette? I guess this one. And maybe they'll shoot some of that down.
Missiles incoming!
Yeah, they are shooting it down. They shot down 2 of them. 2 of 8. I think that lead Cerestus has already had it.
Understood. Yes, Commander.
Second one won't be far behind, now that we're going to shift all this fire onto them.
So say we all.
And as for these guys, they can go out after enemy fighters. Here goes.
IFF confirms unit is hostile.
We have a nemesis over here hacking. Oh, I don't know what he's hacking. I guess he's hacking the Discovery, which is the middle corvette. For that reason, they'll go in defensive mode.
Emergency cruiser on
boost their
standby.
firewalls. The other 2
Yes,
will
Commander.
turn toward it. Well, I guess all 3 of them can turn toward it. And bring their guns to bear on that. If I can get the main fleet in range, that'd be great too, but I don't know that I can. But they can try.
Understood. Squadron
Switch
stock guard.
targets. Cheeky little bastard. And our corvettes are taking quite a bit of fire.
So say we all. So say we all. Yes, sir.
Kind of just try to shift closer and keep that broadside on them. On these rear Talons, and I think the Nemesis is damn near out of reach. But he's damn near out of the fight too. Unfortunately, he got those missiles off beforehand. These corvettes aren't in as bad a shape as I had assumed. So they can begin another missile operation on that closest ship.
Understood.
I ought to figure out which one is in defensive and switch that back out to offensive, just briefly. That's going to be the Discovery, so I have to remember to get back to him and put him back in defensive. I think, because I think he was in a bad way. And though I haven't been focusing so much camera-wise on these ships, I know they're doing a hell of a lot of damage to the enemy. I think we'll look at it from this perspective.
Manticore is taking damage.
Manticores are getting out of here, kinda. Or at least the... Which one's taking damage? Oh, Discovery, of course. So, I mean, he can scoot out ahead. The other two can actually... Actually, the other two will follow suit and probably loop
Yes, Commander.
back. We'll just create some distance as of now, since they just spent all their missiles, and they've got to reload. That'll leave the main fleet, which is not in terrible shape. At some point, they're going to have to turn their other side, their starboard side, to the enemy, but for now, they're putting out a lot of fire, and it appears to be somewhat effective. Actually, stay on that one.
Manticore is taking damage.
Check secondary battery. Full attack mode. Fire at will.
Just making sure all their fire's on the same target at this point. And these three can begin to loop back around. I think if we want to show our... Oh, not our right side. Right and left there is in bad shape. Well, they might have to do this with long-range missiles. Yeah. Keep those thrusters on.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Keep running. Run, Forrest, run.
Manticore is taking damage.
We'll begin our turn, so we can face our starboard side to the...
Understood.
Fighter A-69 to Battlestar, A-69 to Battlestar, Raptor C-4 is taking damage and is adrift. To his credit, he is still fighting the enemy via full moon press to the canopy window of the Raiders. At the Raiders. Well, I mean, that's just spirit. They can't break our spirit. I think we've got this. Just a matter of time at this point. And that'll be a fine trajectory. Let's get all fighters, squadrons on that furthest one. Because he is trying to limp away. And, well, we can't have that.
Action stations. Understood.
Action stations. Yeah. Same with you.
Action stations.
Okay, so we got two on them, one on the other. And those missiles should clear any friendly targets. Think we're good. Speed up, I guess.
Understood.
And the flagship can fire some missiles. I suppose it's this one. If that's not going to hit anybody. I mean, if anybody, it would hit them, but they can rise up like that. Yeah, that should do.
Coordinate recall action. People have been abducted.
I think this barrage will do it. So we'll leave everybody to their own devices. Not to mention the fighter cap is harassing this ship. It's over anyways for it. Yeah. Hey Tar, good to see you. How's Tar doing tonight? Unless you're doing meh.
Fire control is warmed up and preparing solutions.
Could be worse. Glad to hear it. Alright, so that was Fleet Group Aquaria, I think. Commanded by Lieutenant Colonel Privet. She might be due for a promotion. Didn't lose a single ship, defended her colony. In a time where we've lost another colony's fleet, I guess that's a boon. And finally this. This is definitely going to be the last one tonight. Then I'll do some minor housekeeping and hang it up, but Fleet Group Pycon is going to try to help out this freighter. Hopefully they do slightly better than they did last time they tried to help out a freighter. Again, they lost a light carrier in that engagement. I'm hoping not to lose any ships. But we'll see. And that was the same fleet, so hopefully... Oh, what's her name? Hardy. Hopefully Colonel Hardy. She got promoted? Yeah, I guess I did promote her. Hopefully she's learned from that. These will be Viper Mark 2s instead of the Raptors. I don't know if she should keep her complement of Raptors or not. I'm thinking no. Just go with Vipers. And there's the civilian ship. It's not ideal. I think we'll move the whole fleet back here. Again, I wish I could do this quicker. Actually, we'll put them a little bit forward of the fleet. And we'll do the whole staircase thing again. That way they don't hit each other with their ordnance. And they might have to climb, but they can do that kind of in unison. Okay, that'll work. Alright, Colonel Hardy, show us what you got. So we're that low on Tilium. We need cheaper options? Are you kidding me? What if we were using Viper Mark 1s? So that's 24. And those are 0, so yeah, I guess. How much are those? 0? Switch back to Raptors? How much was it? It was more than that, though. So I guess... Oh, hell. Is that enough? Yep, okay. So we've got mixed squadrons, but Oh well.
Prepare to jump in
It's the
3,
best we can do.
2, 1.
Hey, Plaz, how you doing tonight?
Contact with objective. Civilian IFF confirmed. Hostiles are also in the zone.
Yes, I know. Okay. You kind of fall
Understood.
in on the other side of us.
Launching Raptors.
Everything.
Launching fighters.
Other than that, we just gotta stay the course. Well, these guys can climb.
So say we all.
We all say they can climb, I guess.
Understood. Understood.
And that'll do. Guess we don't want to go too fast because we need that freighter to kind of keep pace with us. Now, the last time one of these freighters was in trouble, they were being
On it,
harassed by,
Commander.
like, nothing but gunships. Nothing but anti-fighter gunships. I kind of have a suspicion this might be similar.
Understood.
There's only one way to find out for sure, and that's to go check them out. So, we'll send all of our fighters, I suppose. They'll defend the Raptors, actually. Raptors will go over there, try to get an eye on them.
We're gonna make them pay.
Are we?
Got a tube of firepower waiting to make a new friend.
Okay, they've got fighters out. That tells me that 3 of them probably light carriers, and so that's good. The other 3, I don't know, and where that enemy ship is going, hey, as long as it's away, I suppose.
Yes, sir.
We need to slow down the fleet. That freighter's not going to match the speed.
Understood.
Not necessarily the Corvettes, though. They can keep up with that. It's pace, I suppose.
Escort clear zone intact. Priority 1 is in safe hands. Switching condominium.
We haven't
IFF
identified any
confirms unit is hostile.
ships. There we go. Well, that's... We need a different target. Like this one. And the fighters can stop and just mix it up with these
Understood.
fighters. We'll just dogfight.
Squadron target is confirmed.
And maybe, just maybe, this ship can put its turrets on some of those fighters. And this one too. Condition 1, of
Action
course.
stations.
Same with you. Condition 1.
Action stations.
Okie dokie, as they say.
Fighter squadron is taking fire.
There's a Sarastes. That's what I
Civilian
was
ship
afraid
is
of.
being attacked.
Is it? Oh, by fighters. Fucking fighters, okay. Defend the civilian ship, damn it. Okay, I mean, let's hit these Sarastaves class with our Corvettes. We'll go for the real
Yes, sir.
outlier here.
Yes, sir.
And fuck it, we'll spam them with
Yes, Commander.
guided missiles. Go into action stations with all of these Corvettes. That way we get out as many missiles as possible. Which one hasn't fired? This one? Okay, that should be a fair amount of ordnance. One more, just for shits and
Missile
giggles.
tubes prepped.
Alright, let's see.
Civilian ship is taking damage.
We gotta take out those fighters.
Missiles incoming.
The missiles hit Corvette. Okay. There wasn't very many missiles, but I suppose it was missiles. Now I'm hoping that's a decent amount of damage. So far it's not, but not nearly all the missiles have reached their target yet. We still got some time. This
On it,
civilian
Commander.
freighter is still firing up its drives.
Understood. Squadron has gone dark. Berserk
Shit.
is taking damage.
Gotta keep the pressure up on that guy. Although sadly, I think these two Corvettes have missed their window. They've kind of overflown them. It says that's not true, but I truly think they'd be better served firing at what's in
So
front
say
of
we
them.
all.
Okay, we're in agreement then. Okie dokie. Alright, that's just, how many times am I going to say that? Is that a word from the Battlestar Galactica universe? It's not. I think that's fracking.
On it, Commander.
Which, by the by, means fucking.
Berserk is taking damage. IFF confirms unit is hostile.
There goes both of their Sarastaves. Okay, that Nemesis class needs to be destroyed next, I think. And our Corvettes are going to start to take some damage from those carriers. So we'll go hard to port. Maybe fly over this Nemesis and put some shots onto it. And here in a second, they'll have their missiles reloaded, and then we can add those to the mix. We can kind of start to turn to port
Commander.
again with the main ships. Get their guns, essentially just putting all the fire that can reach that Nemesis on it. The civilian ship still needs to stay close a little bit. Screw it, just break off. Here's kind of the best I can do for him. We're going to send a Corvette with him. And we'll also send a fighter squadron with them. And just kind of hope that another Cylon ship doesn't jump in right next to them, because that's a pain in the ass. You have a ship make a break for it, and they seem kind of predisposed to jump right next to it.
Manticore is taking damage.
I see that. We're not losing a ship this time. Head that away, begin to repair your subsystems. That'd be engineering. Also head away.
Yes, sir. On it, Commander.
Essentially, they'll catch up with the civilians.
So say we all.
I do. Too late, probably. But I'll let you in on a secret. It's my birthday, so well, as of midnight a few hours ago. So no one's gonna give me shit tomorrow, I don't think. That's the hope. But who am I kidding? I'd do it anyways.
Understood.
All I said was, She's like, understood. I feel that. So we'll send a few more missiles back to that ship, courtesy of our Corvettes. Civilian ship, or are you almost ready to jump? Almost. There we go. 3 more rounds. Two more rounds.
So say we all.
That's all good, I think. And we'll turn. If we turn to port, we can keep our
Understood.
broadsides on that those 2 remaining ships. Fire missiles at the rear one because it might be overkill on this one.
Manticore is taking damage.
I think he's gotta be done. Yeah. Him, on the other hand, not He just hasn't been touched. He hasn't been touched. And it's too bad too. It's a great sensation when you're touched. Because you're touched by an angel. You know, Delarice. Alright, civilian, it's your turn to jump out of here. Which means these fighters can defend the flagship. So they'll bug out.
Manticore is taking damage.
Oh, thanks, Star. Thanks, Blaz. I appreciate that. Oh, man. Oh, see, you're 1 year ahead. You're just a year ahead. So I'm right behind you. I'm gaining on you. Actually, that's not the way that works, but I like to think it is. Really showing my age with that reference. Yes. Yes, I'm afraid I am. I think this is it. Civilians got out of there. These three ships should make short work of that. Yep. I guess we'll turn a little bit just to keep the broadside. Don't want to lose our arc after all. This should do it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Victory. We fight to win.
All hostiles are down. Civilian is free to move.
Colonel Hardy, you are getting to be impressive. Okay. Let's take a look at your work.
Question on me.
Drinks on the first Nuggets lose their kill slot. We're gonna make them pay.
I've got a tube of firepower waiting to make a new friend.
Escort clear zone intact. Priority 1 is in state. Switching gun to manual.
I've got 43 up to 7. Target.
Thanks, Flas. Like I said, that went a lot smoother than the last time her fleet did the exact same thing. A lot smoother. And I think she just secured a lot more fuel and requisition points, which I used to unlock better ships. So that's a good deal. How did she pick up a ship there? I don't know, but she did. Yeah, postponed that battle. What's going on with that ship? Oh, jeez, that's what's left of Fleet Group Tauron. They jumped to her. Well, that's not dumb. If you're gonna jump anywhere, you might as well jump to the strongest fleet in the sector. I was hoping it was new ships. Sometimes you win a battle and they're like, hey, for some reason these Navy ships you didn't know about just showed up and they want to be on your side. And the kind that you guys manufacture, so that's weird. So, I said I was going to wrap up with some housekeeping. That's right, I gotta find a Tauron officer. She's from Pycon, that doesn't work. Leona's Libra and Libra. So no, none of them. So yeah, it's gonna take a while to find a candidate from a specific colony. Even though I need them from a few. Caprica, Gemini, and Tauron is the big one, because we gotta rebuild that fleet, honestly. I think everyone else is where I want them to be. Let's see, requisition points wise, I can't unlock the next ship yet. I don't believe. The one I want is a cruiser. It'll be the first cruiser that our Navy sees, and I'll just start awarding them to the highest ranking officers. No sense giving state-of-the-art shit to the lieutenant colonels. But yes, I'm a little bit shy of that asking price. Almost there, though. So, between now and the next stream, all I'm gonna do is continue to move. It's Fleet Group 86. Continue to move Fleet Group Virgon over to, well, Virgon. And so that'll put a second fleet in this star system. Other than that, I might, these fleets that jumped away, like when a Cylon fleet showed up and they took off, might have them go back and reclaim that space. But in terms of a big battle or story battle, I believe next time I stream this, it's going to be that one, Chemical Warfare, which was the name of tonight's stream, but I just changed it to the death of Fleet Group Tauron since they got tore up. Well, I think that ought to do it. We did okay. I kind of feel like I got my ass kicked and then got revenge, so I suppose that's good. Anyhow, I want to thank everybody that popped in to view for a few minutes or many minutes. I appreciate you taking the time. I am on Xbox. Sadly, I'm a pleb. I believe this game runs a lot better on PC. Much to no one's surprise, you know. But yeah, I want to thank everybody that took the time. Plas, thank you for being here. Tar, thank you. Grayson, appreciate you. Rob, if you're still out there, thank you, my friend. And whoever else might have stopped by in between. As always, this was Automatic for Automatic Games. If you like this, and if you are subscribed, I'll eat my hat, sir. All right. Good night.